All right, let's uh let's try our little role play, Chris.
Okay.
Flip the script. I'm going to be the advisor. You're going to be the client. Make up the persona that you want to share.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yep.
So you don't have to give, sensitive information on this call since it's being recorded. But hey, let's chat. Nice to meet you, Chris. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Where do you work? Are you married? Tell me a little bit of background.
Yep. I'm 37 years old. I've been married for 10 years. I'm an engineer. I've been working at an engineering firm based out of Atlanta. It takes me around the road, uh, a couple of times a week. But we're thinking about moving to the suburbs soon.
Interesting. Okay. So, any reason why you're looking to move to the suburbs?
Yeah, good question. My wife's pregnant. We just found out a month ago. So that's actually the reason why I called you. I'm considering moving from the city into the suburbs around here in Atlanta.
Nice. Okay, good. Well, just as kind of pause our little demo here, you can see here on our checklist items as you're talking, things are getting picked up and organized into a checklist here.
Mhm.
So, and this eventually be routed to the CRM or the planning software. So, for example, here, so tell me a little bit about your wife. What's her name?
Her name is Mimi. She works as a consultant at a law firm.
Oh, nice. Okay, look forward to meeting her. So, what did you hope to achieve with our meeting today, then, Chris?
Yeah, good question. I want to know if we need to make any changes. Um, I'm hoping to I'm hoping to buy a house now next year or so to raise our family. I want to know if I need some insurance or anything for my wife and my kids if anything happens. Um, and I want to be able to start saving money for retirement and also for some lifestyle choices that we want to make in the future, like traveling.
Gotcha. Okay, so you know what are your like long-term financial goals then?
I would like to be able to retire before I'm 60.
Hmm.
I want to do well financially. My wife and I have been pretty good at saving money, but life in the city is expensive, so it's also not very stressful in the city. So not really a place where we want to raise our kids.
Yeah, yeah. Many have realized that, right? So good. Those are some great goals. And again, a little kind of sidebar there. Our heads up displays pop up, giving us some talking points. Obviously, this is not something that's pushed to the client, but as the advisor, you can see, different milestones, age-based, or perhaps, like in this case, these were event-based. So, um, you know, moving, the birth of a new child. So, it gives some very basic, follow through discuss of, 529 times. So we're building those out to aid with training and busy advisors not we can kind of pinpoint action items and engagement. So that's the purpose of our heads up display there at the top. So you can kind of see how this is doing. Now if we had some, we'll pause our demo there, but here what we're looking at here, so if we integrated this with your CRM, so maybe this was like a later call, like maybe you've been a long time client, so this is going to be filled with other data, so maybe outstanding tasks. We've got already the action items
Oh,
already here, and you can query this, right? So this is queryable. So, I could ask, say, years ago, um, you had worked for a company and you retired. I could ask, what company did Chris work for? Where did he retire from? So, all of that would be queryable. And then, of course, down here at the bottom is the meeting transcript, right? Um, so I can, ask, what does Chris do for work? And this is again queryable. You work in an engineering firm based in Atlanta, right? So, so that's kind of what we're looking at. So we've got all this dynamic checklist that needs to be reviewed and released, right? So we need to scrub it after the meeting's done. So if we imagine kind of now the meeting is, the post meeting, these are the collected data points, some of the agenda items there, and then the AI summary, which you could copy and paste or push it into the CRM after the call ends. We're still on the call, so this wouldn't be there. There's follow-up items. So after the call ends, you'll create this summary that you can just copy and paste and push it over to your email. These are some of the things we talked about, Chris, and here's some of the follow-up needed. So, AI generates that email follow-up. And then the CRM data here, in my case, with Redtail, it hasn't Yeah, I haven't fully integrated it with my CRM data. It's in the works. We have Wealthbox and Salesforce already active, but Redtail is be here soon. So this would be like the meeting follow-up piece of it. So kind of everything you need to push it to the CRM and send it an email follow-up to the clients. And then last little piece I wanted to show you. So off the meeting, so maybe it's before, after, whatever the case is, you just want to query it. What happens here, and I'll show you some others. So, if we have, our meetings here, again, so it'd be a record of all the meetings, any integrated systems like Redtail. Say you've created a internal vault for these transcripts. You want to keep them not within Munin, but maybe the transcripts get pushed to, based on whatever the firm's policies are. Maybe the transcripts just get pushed to centralized OneDrive or whatever database. You can just link that. So transcripts, data files, connecting it to your CRM, and then you can query it. So your CRM system is going to take high level things like date of birth, those types of things. But you're not going to record what oftentimes, even if you did, how to access it, is a challenge too. But you're not going to record like what's Chris's dog's name or his cat's name, So other little pieces of information that we can capture on the call, or stored, can you can query this. What is Chris's dog's name, right? So you can do that. You can make other things. What is his income for? What was his income last year, and so on and so forth, right? So this clients tab, and then the integration with calendars and tasks, and Paraplanner AI pushes integrations into financial planning. So kind of a full suite of AI once we get the kind of the data integrated in. But this meeting copilot here is that first step, because that's the first place where the data is coming from, right? Is meetings, right? So to get the data into the CRM and out of the CRM better, that's what this copilot's doing.